Hey everyone, yesterday US President Mr. Trump declared the list of countries with respective tariff hikes. If you look at Indian neighbors and South Asian countries specifically, China getting a tariff of 34%. Vietnam is worst hit with 46% tariff. Thailand got hit badly with 36% tariff, Bangladesh with 37% tariff, and India got a tariff of 26%. After the news, Nasdaq 100 future tanked badly. Surprisingly, Indian markets did not tank badly. Large cap witnessed small correction, mid cap index traded flat, and small cap index reacted positively. At sector level, the worst hit sector was IT and the best performing sector was pharma. Now the biggest question at this point is, what is the short term impact of tariff hike on Indian stock market and which sectors can be negatively impacted from the tariff hike? So in this video, I've tried to share the knowledge that I've gained from my research based on latest development, along with my viewpoint on both short-term and long-term impact of this tariff hike. Alright, let's get started. To begin with, let's first get the context as in why Mr. Trump is putting so much of tariff on various countries. And the reason is Mr. Trump's America First policy that aims to reduce the trade deficit and bring manufacturing back to the US, especially to counter rivals like China. Just to give you an idea, US has a trade deficit of $360 billion from China in 2024. In rupee term, it's around 30.6 lakh crore. From US, this trade deficit is around $200 billion, and India, this deficit is around $46 billion. One of the key reasons for this high trade deficit is many US factories have shut down over the years and have moved production to cheaper countries like China, Mexico, and India. So the idea is tariffs would make foreign goods more expensive, eventually forcing companies to reconsider production in the US. Although it is a different question altogether that whether this strategy would benefit the US in the long term or not, because it could also backfire. Other countries would also retaliate with their own tariffs, making American goods more expensive in foreign markets. Then supply chain can face disruptions and delays due to increased cost and trade restrictions. Uncertainty over trade policies could reduce corporate investment, leading to slower growth and job cuts. Also, with these tariff hikes, the cost of goods and service are going to increase in the US. That can further increase inflation. So due to all these factors, there's a good probability that the US economy may fall under recession. Anyways, coming to Indian market, at the moment this 26% tariff hike on India is mainly on sectors like electronics, gems and jewelry and auto sector. Overall, US exported products and services worth $40 billion in 2024 and imported products and services worth $86 billion. That's where the deficit is $46 billion. Now within Indian export sector, electronic sector has contributed around $14 billion, which is subject to 26% tariff. Then gems and jewelry sector with export around $9 billion in the US also faces around 26% tariff, and auto and auto parts are subjected to 25% tariff. It's important to note that pharma sector that is exporting around $9 billion annually has been exempted from these tariffs. That is the reason why pharma index has jumped today. Although it would be too early to celebrate, we need to see how things pan out for pharma sector in the near to mid-term. The worst hit sector has obviously been the IT sector. Not because of tariff hike, but because of the high probability of potential slowdown in the US economy. And 70% of IT sector revenue comes from the US. I think IT sector of India would continue to face challenges in the near to mid-term. Having said this, I strongly believe that Indian IT sector would continue to do well because of its highly profitable business model. Indian IT companies have dominance in the world and they enjoy excellent ROE, ROCE, negligible debt and high cash conversion. Yes, one of the crucial factors for IT sector would be AI adoption. I strongly believe that AI is not a threat for the IT industry. It's an opportunity to improve productivity and add more value. So at this point, it's difficult to really point out which IT company would emerge as winner with AI adoption. But overall, I am constructive on the overall IT sector from long-term perspective. I've recently done a detailed video on AI impact on the Indian IT sector. So this correction in 2025 in IT sector is an opportunity to consider adding systematically rather than panic sell. Then another sector that has good export in the US market is textile. And today textile companies have seen a good jump. I've been closely tracking two companies in this space, Gokaldas Export and Indocount. The reason for this positive jump is anticipated market gain for Indian textile exporter after significant tariff on competing countries like Bangladesh, China and Vietnam. I also believe that this could be a great opportunity for Indian textile exporters to capture more of the US textile market. Now, some of the sectors that would remain unaffected from US tariff include your banking and financial sector and consumption stocks that caters to Indian markets like FMCG, consumer durable, Indian travel and tourism sector and so on. Overall, I think that some export related sectors may remain under pressure after a tariff hike, but sectors like pharma and textile are looking positive. And as far as long-term picture is concerned, in my limited knowledge, I look at Trump tariff hike, especially on China, as an opportunity for Indian manufacturing sector. China still dominates the global supply chain, and post-COVID, many US MNCs are reducing dependence on China. After the recent tariff hike on China, this China plus one theme would become even more prominent, and it could be a great opportunity for Indian manufacturing sector provided government support this sector with PLI scheme, ease of doing business and availability of resources. So this is my take on the latest tariff hike by Trump on various countries and its impact on the Indian market. Now you tell me in the comments, will this tariff hike create opportunity for India or is it a risk? And whether it is a good time to consider investment or wait for better opportunity. And if you have any question, let me know in the comments. If you find this video useful, do share it within your circle. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.